Good morning. It's not morning. It's 1:12. Oh, 1:12. If your name is... Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, there's too many of these. Okay. There's so many. Okay. If your name starts with... No, we're not doing this, guys. We're not doing this. Sorry. That's too many. Oh! Okay, whichever one just fell... That's who we're doing. Okay, if your name starts with Z, whose name starts with Z? So that's a... Okay, I've got some names on here. Mind you, ChatGPT just told me names starting with Z. So if your name is Zoe, Zali, Zara, Zelda, Zuri, or... Sorry, Zach, Zachary, Zane, or Zeke. This may relate to someone who has a name like that, sounding like that, starting with a Z, or knows someone that's got a name like that. Okay? Let us start with tarot. What does one of these people need to know? That one flipped. That is courage, confidence, independence, a zest for life, determination, joy, focused. So be focused. Queen of Wands, beautiful. Beautiful energy. And then we've got planning, progress. You're making a decision. You've had this kind of discovery and you may be traveling soon. Beauty. And then, you've got a challenge, a competition. You may be trying to maintain control over something. You may be very defensive, but it comes from a place of like trying to control, like, I don't know, like trying to protect something. So you are a very confident person and you're planning something, but you're planning something like to maintain control, or like you I don't know, defensive or something, I don't know. It's creating some kind of burnout within you, like exhaustion, stress, stagnation. You're feeling restless and they're asking you to go into some deep contemplation. Oh, okay. There is some kind of group conflict that you're going through that may be creating this stress. And that's why you're, it also says competition here. So maybe you feel like you're in competition with these people, or they feel like they're in competition with you, and you're trying to maintain some kind of control and you're being a bit defensive here, which is causing you stagnation. Like you're not, or at least you maybe feel like you're not progressing in life, and they're asking you to go into deep contemplation. It's, okay. So it says, try one more time, because perhaps you have a fear of change, and you're avoiding something, like you're afraid of losing something, and it may be that control, because that will give you completion of a cycle. It'll allow you to feel a little bit like more joy in life. Judgment. So judgment, rebirth. It's an inner calling. It's asking you, like it's literally calling you to, because it literally says absolution, a reckoning is coming, an awakening, redemption, forgiveness, have mercy. And then it says greed, indulgence, material loss, stubborn, obsessed with wealth and status, and financially inept. This sounds a lot like reading that I have recently done. So maybe I've misinterpreted who I was doing that reading for. I think I posted it on here. I think it was literally yesterday. They're asking you to move on, find peace, and just accept what is. Move on. So looking at our story, we've got someone who is extremely confident. They are very focused and determined. They're planning something. They're trying to make a decision, but like they're planning something. Like the guy is holding up a world. What is it? A world. They're holding up a globe, and he's contemplating, he's planning something. And whatever you're planning, it's like you feel like you're in competition with someone. You're like being defensive and trying to maintain control of this globe, of the world. They're asking you, please go into deep contemplation. You are becoming exhausted and burnt out, because it is based on this disharmony, this like group conflict thing that you've got going on. Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's asking you, try one more time. They're saying, don't avoid this. Don't have a fear of changing. And then it says, if you're able to try one more time and do it in a way where you like are able to have a spiritual awakening, you are able to then step into a new phase. And that will literally, it says, if you can do this, try again. And if you do it the right way this time, you will literally have completion of a cycle. And it's, hold on, how do I pick this up? And literally it's the world. And in this thing that you're planning, where you're being defensive and like you're trying to control everything and like whatever, he's literally holding the world in his hands and he's like, how can I? But he's being defensive, you know, it's not coming from a good place. Okay, so they're saying, try one more time, but do it the right way this time. And don't be scared of changing, because then that's the completion of a cycle. And then you won't be holding the world, trying to control it. You will be the world. And then we've got the Judgment card. You know, it's like, if you don't do that, you will have like a tower moment, basically. It's like a reckoning. An awakening, or maybe you're going through an awakening, and it's this awakening about this, like maybe in the past you've been greedy, maybe in the past you've like indulged or whatever, and it's created a material loss. Like this Pentacles relates to like money, career, that like, yeah. And then like maybe in the past you've been really stubborn and obsessed with like wealth or status, but you've been financially inept. And like in my head, I'm not seeing someone who's like queen of the castle, got all the money and the coins around her. Like what, if this was not in reverse, you would see like literally this like, I don't know, like this ruler, this like guy who's like actually got it together. It's in reverse. So what I'm seeing in my head is like, I'm not seeing someone hoarding all of their wealth. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not seeing this as a money thing. I'm seeing this as something that's like deep rooted. And it's like, status is like my place in the world. And it's like, if you do not have like within yourself and you don't view yourself to be worthy of the space that you already inhabit, you might be someone who then tries to frantically control how other people see your place in the world and your value in the world. And then it's like also like trying to control. Yeah, it's just, they're asking you to do a very specific thing. And if you're able to do that, then finally you'll be able to move on. But this is like, if this was not in reverse, it would literally be the opposite of that. It would be like a failure, like a disappointment, that regret, but it's not. So they're saying, if you can do all these things and you do it the right time this time, you will be able to finally move on and you'll finally be able to have peace. And then maybe you'll be able to like forgive yourself for ever letting yourself, you know, and like be in this space, because you'll realize, you'll see it from a different perspective, and you'll see it from a way it's like, oh, my Shayla, you know, but about yourself, like forgiving yourself. Beauty. Well, I don't even think we need to do Oracle. I hope this was helpful. Z names.